Sadhana, the highest echelon of human life. Man has friends and relatives in his life. Still he remains worried and troubled. He has so much, but still he says that he does not feel happy. He has everything, but still there is a feeling of emptiness. He does not know why he is so troubled, why he is so worried. The reason is that until he generates joy from within, until he produces divine thoughts and the powers of retention from within, till then all comforts are useless. Bhoge rogabayam, kule chutibayam, vitte nrupalad bayam, maune dainya bayam, bale ripubayam, rupe jaraya bayam. That is, if one is very beautiful, one always remains worried of old age. Marilyn Monroe was the most talented film star of Hollywood, and she used to demand $10 million per movie. She was very beautiful, but in only the 23rd year of her life, wrinkles started appearing on her face, and she became so much depressed that she committed suicide. 23 years is not an age to die, and that too for someone whose single picture used to sell for over $10 million. This is but an eternal truth that where there is beauty, there is also a fear of it getting marred due to old age. Sarvam Vastu Bhayanvitam Bhuvinrinam. That is, along with all the pleasures and comforts, there is always a fear in this world. Sarvam Vastu Bhayanvitam Bhuvinrinam Vairagyameva Bhayam. That is, when a spirit of renunciation develops, all fears vanish. Renunciation does not mean wearing saffron robes or leaving one's family. Renunciation means detachment. Detachment is where there is no attachment. Where you have a bond, you shall face distress. You love your son, and if he falls ill, you feel worried about his health. Some 30-40 years back, I once went to see a movie at a cinema hall. The whole hall was filled to its capacity. In the movie, the son of the heroine died, and on seeing this tragic scene, all the women present in the hall started sobbing and weeping. It seemed as if all were feeling grieved. They knew that they had purchased a ticket and had come to see a movie which would end in 3 hours. They knew that all the characters were a part of the fiction and that they had no link with them. But on seeing the movie, they became a part of the plot and felt as if they were the mothers and that their son had died, and hence they started crying. On the other hand, those who remained conscious that it was just a movie saw it and went away to their homes unaffected. We too have come to this world with a ticket, and all that goes around us is a movie. This is my son, my father, my mother. You should remember that you have come here for some time, and one day you shall have to leave. When you don't have any attachments, you won't have any sorrows, and when there won't be any sorrows, you won't resort to the help of religion. You keep saying, "Oh God, what have you done? I daily go to the temple and pray, but still you do not help me." This is nothing but attachment. I had once said to you that I am more religious than you, and this is a fact. I always remain bowed down before Lord Rama. There passes not one moment in my life when I don't remember the name of Lord Rama and Lord Krishna. But this is also true that nothing can be achieved by just visiting a temple. Until we form an image in our hearts, what is the use of hanging a picture of God in the house? Dharma or religion means Dharayati Sadharma. That is, which we adopt in our lives is religion. Just by speaking that I have adopted a religion does not mean anything. If I say I am a Hindu but continue to tell lies, deceive people, then this is not true Hinduism. I shall be a true Hindu when I become totally detached. If I establish some principles in my life and decide to follow the ideals of Lord Rama and the orders of my father, then this shall be true Hinduism. If I am a woman and adopt the ideals of Sita, then when I follow these principles, then only I shall be called a Hindu. adopting something is quite different from merely seeing it. We go to a temple and prostrate before the idol of God, fold our hands in prayer. We think that thus we have accomplished a very sacred task, but this is not the way to reach God. We lead an egoistic life. A person may appear humble and peaceful on the surface, but in actual, his anger and his vanity is never subdued. And until these are there in his life, there can be no religion. Till then, good virtues cannot be adopted and one cannot attain true joy. In order to attain joy, it is necessary that you are linked with your souls. Whenever you face any problem, you speak out, "Oh Mother, just think, why is it so?" This happens because a person always has a very close bond with one's mother, who in the childhood takes complete care of that person. Hence, whenever one is in trouble, the same word mother comes to one's lips. "Mother, I feel so unhappy. Mother, I feel ill. Mother, my child is so sick." The reason is that in a person's mind, a mother stands on the same pedestal as God. The process of dharana or adoption or establishing is similar. We should feel similarly for Lord Rama, and if we do this, then we shall not feel any distress, any problem, and shall experience divine joy. Then we shall feel happy even in moments of anxiety. We should be helpful to others as much as we can. We should try to share the sorrows and troubles of others, but this is more easily said than done. In general appearance, all humans appear identical. Each one has 2 hands, 2 legs. I too have this physical form, and so do all other humans. Lord Rama and Lord Krishna also had only 2 hands and feet. But among these very human beings, there are 3 stages through which the actual stature of a person can be known. Those belonging to the first kind remain limited only to their own families. If any member of their family is ill, then they feel worried and run about here and there for medical treatment. But such persons do not feel anything if their neighbor is in distress. If the neighbor's child is sick, then they have their food with the same feeling of contentment. Such humans are inferior personalities. They may be rich and prosperous, but in terms of humanity, they are the downtrodden. The second kind consists of the person who feels distressed not only when someone in the house is ill, but also when someone is ill in the neighborhood. He feels that he should do something. Although unable to go to the neighbor's house or to get the ill person medical treatment, he feels a pain for the sick neighbor. Such a person is of a medium category. The third kind consists of a person who is pained to hear about a famine in Bengal or killings in Bombay, about an earthquake or the poor condition of the society. Such a person feels the pains and sufferings of all mankind, and he belongs to the highest category. This difference in the nature of human beings shall remain until we adopt dharma, that is, virtuous principles. We should bow down before a mosque, gurudwara or church just as reverentially as we do when we pass a temple. The moral level of our lives should be high and not low. When one shall adopt dharma, then joy shall be generated from within, and when there shall be joy, an aura, a radiance shall appear on the face of that person. If you have seen the pictures of Lord Rama and Lord Buddha, you must have seen an aura, a brightness around their faces. A similar radiance can be seen around the countenance of Lord Krishna, but our faces do not reflect such brilliance. This is because a deluge of joy was present in those great men. If the joy in a person's life increases, then the divine aura around him also increases, and this aura can thus appear even around your face. Lord Buddha once went to a village and asked everyone, "Has any great man ever been born in your village?" At this the villagers replied, "In our village, no one is ever great by birth. They become great only when they grow up. No person is great by birth. Everyone is born equal. a small child with 2 hands and 2 feet, but later on one can become great like Krishna, Rama, Buddha and Mahavira through one's work. At the time of your birth, the Almighty had blessed all of you with all the qualities and they are still there. But if you do not recognize these qualities, then you cannot achieve the greatness of these famous personalities. Believe me, even you can achieve greatness. But if you want to reach these heights, then you shall have to pass through the 3 stages of humanity. You shall have to give up selfishness and you shall have to develop your virtues. Thus you shall achieve fame in your colony, in your nation, and then even in the whole world. The war of Vietnam is going on and you feel sad. Iraq is being attacked and you feel anxious. Then you should know that you have reached those heights of humanity. Such should be the way of your life. But to have such a way of life is not an achievement accomplished in one single day. There is a basic difference between religion and spiritualism. Religion may have limited interests, but the field of spiritualism has no limits. There has always been conflicts on the basis of religion. Why do the Hindus and Muslims fight each other? They are only fighting for their individual religions. But if these religions had a tinge of spiritualism, if spiritualism had been more emphasized, then there would have been no communal violence and fights. If an 18-year-old boy dies, then we too shall feel the same sorrow which his mother experiences. She is a mother, we too have children and can understand her grief. But the religion has divided us and we don't express our distress. Spiritualism means raising our souls to such heights that we become one with the whole world, with the whole universe. If there appears tears in someone's eyes, then tears should also flow from our eyes. This is the true extent of spiritualism. I am explaining to you the difference between religion and spiritualism. Religion is an important part of our lives. I feel proud that I am a Hindu, but I do not look with contempt at other religions. Mahatma Gandhi also said, I am proud that I am a Hindu, but this does not mean that other religions are not good. I don't say that Jesus or Muhammad were not right. They too were right in their own contexts. We have not tried to know about their thoughts as we acquired only the knowledge given by Rama, Krishna and Mahavira. All these great men have stressed that life shall progress when the anger, the passion in us is curbed, when our vanity disappears. We may say that we don't have any sexual desires, that we have no greed, but in actual practice, these have not been totally subdued.